All right, guys, I got to get to going because I got one baby on the floor next to me. If you hear some random baby noises, I got another one outside playing with water while my wife is sick. I am a chicken with his head cut off, but I think it's still important. And my wife woke up and is sitting outside with the girl, so that's good. So I just got to keep track of this little potato laying on the floor behind me for a little bit. But we're going to give you guys a little bit of an update here just to make sure that you can get, especially the daily expected moves. And these are kind of what we were looking for potentially today, but notice that we were able to just close the gap like we suggested, not losing that 5-day moving average. So able to react very, very nice. So we were mentioning a lot of upside, but we did have some risky signals that did confirm and unconfirm by the end of the day. We noticed that today, or going into tomorrow's session, you will have some daily expected moves. I overall thought that we would go up into Thursday's daily expected move, then start to pull back into the Thursday close. Maybe that will be the case, but since we did dip down into this level, this is not really necessary. If you hang out up here, you can just squeeze to the upside. So for the 30-minute chart here, let's delete off these for the moment. And I will try to do a live video if my wife's feeling better in the next couple of days, Thursday or Friday, just so you are aware. Right now, the 30-minute chart able to carve out the higher low that we talked about, some kind of higher low. That means we're still in control as far as the bulls go. This means that extension will be highly probable going into next session. That means you need to be watching for 758.58 if you have shorter time to expiration. Maybe you have enough time to target 765.06, the weekly expected move. Your downside move, though, if this move is going to fail and we get some kind of disruption tomorrow, this would be the risky signal. Just says, hey, mitigate some risk here. But if we tap into that daily expected move, you kind of ping pong in here, then we're looking for a break in certain direction, right? We will be in some kind of range at that point. I'm not leaning towards that. I think a decision is coming, and I think a decision might be tomorrow. Truth be told, I think it's this way, but it doesn't really matter what I think, right? It matters what actually is proven in the charts. 30-minute chart able to curl up, positive move, high or low. What are we going to do? We're testing the high. Let's see if we go make a new one, and that one is suggested to be around that 758. If we look at the 2-hour chart here, we see that that confirmation is starting to take place. Now, we did have reversal signals to watch for here when this was confirmed down, but we acknowledge that the bullishness in here is very good. So if the 2-hour chart's ever able to curl up, and we do see a curl up right there at the end of the day, but this is just a 30-minute bar, so I don't like that bar that much. This is why I'm really paying attention to the Qs, to be honest. But this means if this curls up, this is the time where you can start to extend to potentially the weekly expected move by the end of the week. That's why we have drawn up a little 30-minute move like this. A little nice little Harry Potter for you. Around this level, though, we will be expecting some kind of pullback. And if we're able to get there by the end of the week, we will be expecting some kind of small 2-hour pullback early on next week, just so you are aware. But if this is able to give a better confirmation in the morning, then it adds up even more probabilities to going to the upward weekly expected move. Let's get you guys the moves for the Qs. Notice that I like the Qs better. Now you can see right away why I like the Qs better. Well, one, they weren't able to confirm the 2-hour up here. Very, very important, because then I can watch this in the morning, and if that thing just confirms up right here, I have a very, very simple target. If we get a 2-hour closure bar just like this, that blue line on your screen right here, if we see a bar like that in the morning, well, then I can target something like 744.37, but I don't have to necessarily take the expiration of like this week, right? That's not something I like to do. I like to take 2 to 8 week options, and I play 2-hour swings, so I'm really looking forward to this. I wasn't able to hop into this with the 30-minute signals that we're able to confirm at the end of the day, but maybe you were, and it looks like we have ourselves a nice little double bottom. Now that is with a wick, so with the MACD, it's going to call that out as a higher low. This means that going into tomorrow, barring failure, always pay attention to failure, always have that guy on your shoulder who's saying, hey, 1% probability, right? 1% chance this can still go down. This can still go down. Even if it's the best signal in the world, the best signals in the world do end up failing sometimes. So having a plan for if it goes wrong, very, very important. Sorry, I'm talking fast, guys, but I really have to get through this while she's being relatively quiet and playing with a fox on the floor. Okay, test the high, go make a new one is what this overall means. This means we are closer to going positive. That means if we're able to break through these levels, finally break through this, that would be fantastic. We'd look for that pullback to potentially extend to that weekly expected move. Remember, we haven't necessarily seen the surprise yet, and we are open to a surprise. for this week. Even more so, maybe going into next week if we shrink up these ranges. So, daily expected moves for tomorrow, if this 30-minute is confirmed, which it is, that would suggest that the most probable thing is to head up to 726.12 to the upside. If we're going to fail that move, then we would be looking at 709.36. If we go over to IWM, remember IWM did some interesting things, I believe on the 2-hour chart, able to confirm this with a potential higher low. That is suggesting we can see the next daily move to the upside. Very interesting there. But you notice this has a pretty sizable range. So this signal right here does suggest we can go positive, and we need to pay attention to 298.37 to the upside, 293.17 to the downside. The 30-minute chart here going to be very important, because if we go up to that level, you would be looking for some kind of like, hey, we go up and away for Thursday. Maybe we tap this halfway through the day. We look for that 30-minute pullback to potentially continue. I don't know if we'll be able to reach those weekly expected moves. They're kind of high up. We'll have to see what this week shapes up. But for the most part, that's how I'm seeing it. The 2-hour higher low does mean that we can see another daily move to the upside. We'll look for failure over there as well. The VIX here. Very important that this is dropping off, but very important to keep in mind that the 2-hour chart can still carve out a higher low. This is for your risk as of right now. We are looking for the 2-hour to be able to create a higher low. If it creates a higher low, that would be risky for the market. This is your signal. If this confirms, there is no reason to be in some kind of call, in my opinion, unless you're taking a call on volatility, because the best shot here is if that curls up, it's going to be a higher low, test the high, go make a new one. Remember that this daily signal almost confirmed today, or I'm sorry, a couple sessions ago, yesterday. So very, very important to see that, because you do have potential divergences down here. Those divergences are cleared up from the daily chart in the futures here. So we are looking at the VIX in the futures and saying, hey, if a 2-hour pullback happens and it just confirms to the upside, that can be a problem for markets. Even if the 4-hour pulls back and we go down and maybe we test these type of levels or carve out some kind of wonky higher low, you're going to want to watch out for that. Okay, this is still a very risky time. We need to squeeze out of these conditions here and say that we want to just set that trap a little bit lower, maybe towards the end of the month, if we want to continue the bullishness. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I know it's been a sporadic video. I didn't put out a video yesterday. I didn't do live video yesterday, and I felt really bad about that. So I wanted to make sure to take 15 minutes here to make sure to go through this with you guys. And as of right now, things are looking pretty decent for this 2-hour chart if we are able to confirm, but we will need to see a squeeze, or else those volatility signals can get this right. And not only that, but the dollar here originally was looking like positive trend was going to ensue, but it looks like we are still daily pulling back. So that is a good tick for the bulls. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to more updates throughout the week where my wife isn't sick, so we can take a little bit more time with it. But thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Check out those links in the description, and peace out.